Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this session of online coaching. We're going to be talking about Google My Business. Google My Business is Google's latest all in one product that supersedes Google Plus, Google Places, and many of their other directory style concepts. With Google My Business, companies can more easily be found in Google Search and in Google Maps. The good news is that it's suitable for all types of businesses, including work at home businesses and businesses without a physical address. So you can still have a Google My Business page even though you do not have a physical address. That's what I'm saying over here. Or in instances where you do not want to review your home as a place of business. For businesses with a physical address, verification is required in the form of a postcard PIN in order to verify and claim the business. Details of the business can be updated, photos, information, and managed via the dashboard. So to get started, you can just simply Google My Business or go to google.com/business. You probably get to this URL. I usually just Google because URLs can always change over time. But Googling the terms will get you to where you want to go. You can click on Start Now. And when you, if, if you have a physical business, the fastest way to go about doing stuff is to actually go to Maps and type in your business name to see whether it really exists. Likelihood it probably would not exist. And you have an opportunity to add your business. To add your business, it's simply entering your company details like business name, country, address, postal code, phone number, category, and making a declaration whether you deliver goods and services to customers at their location, yes or no, and continue. They will make you verify information and ask you to make a declaration. And you'll be brought to your bare business page, which you then can proceed to make edits and changes. They give you a progress bar to kind of give an idea on how far to completion you are. And the more you update your profile, the closer you are to completion. So you have your business information like business name, address, contact information. Now, coming to the address portion, it's important that you accurately define your address. Let me say this again. It's important that you accurately define your address because Google Maps is not always 100% updated. For example, our flight school business is located at 66 Salida Aerospace Way, but they don't have that street at this point in time. And what I had to do was to reposition the marker to precisely tell Google my address itself and override what address they thought it was to my own actual address itself. So you need to be sure if you are defining a physical address that you get the physical address absolutely correct, because if you don't, obviously you're not going to receive the postcard to verify and things go pretty messy. Next, it's also fairly important that you define the right category. Now remember that you're doing all these things because you want to be found, and therefore you want to be found for the right category of searches or keywords. In this case, they don't really allow you to define keywords to be found. The closest would be, well, a category. So choose your category wisely and make sure that it closest to your business nature. Next, standard information like hours of business, special hours, if any, and an introduction. Introduction is basically a short sentence to describe what you do or what your business does. Now, again, these steps are fairly important, that you want to make sure that you have as much updated information before you verify your business. Because what happens is, once you click verify now, you are encouraged against making changes. So let me say this again, right? Once you click verify now, you are advised against making changes, because Google Rap will actually review all your information uh, before the whole verification process. In case you're wondering, there's of course going to be stage 1 where you will verify your address, but there's also another phase of verifying all the information that you provided before you become before you get the verified site logo, which I'm going to show you later on itself. So number 1, don't be eager to click on verify now until you have updated as much information as you can. I mean, things like phone numbers, addresses, you need to get all these things right for sure. The final step of creating your Google My Business profile is the actual verification process. In this case, you would have specified to them, as you can see here, your actual address. You would have accurately placed your marker, and all it remains right now is to place your name, as you can see in this slide, and click on send postcard. And believe it or not, you will actually receive a physical postcard from Google within 1 to 2 weeks. So those are the slides just to walk you through, but best right now to look at it from a practical perspective. So this is Google itself, and understand that, for example, a search for flight training, you get all these local results, which are right now, they give you 3 along with the map markers. That having a Google My Business page will increase your chance of you showing up here. Okay. Clicking more places, you get to see more examples. And of course, you could click add a missing place, which they allow you to now search. But you realize here that this is actually similar to creating your Google My Business profile. So rather than come here, then this is where Google Maps is all about. And This should show you the effectiveness of the Google My Business profile. I'm just going to search for myself at least. And you see here that it auto completes my domain, which is great because it's flightschool.sg. Zooms in to the correct location, spot on because I specified that. Allows my customers to know where I'm actually located, so that I can always tell them go to Google Maps and search for flightschool.sg, one word, and they now will be able to even find driving directions in this case. So let's say I'm coming from my home. Devonshire Road. I immediately get the right route there, and this is so cool, isn't it? Right? Because you have your prospects wanting to come and look for you. It's so much easy. Now you can see here that everything has been updated because I did update all this information. You have things like your address, which you need to be accurate, of course. The URL, which is also clickable, which is nice. Phone number, photographs. They even have a Google sponsored photograph here, which is the 3D Google Earth. And in fact, this is not that updated. Okay? This was, I guess, some time back before the hangar was created. Okay? So this is actually about 100 meters from the actual location, but good enough. Someone will use this and they're gonna walk. If they drop at the bus stop, come down all the way here, go all the way straight using this 3D view, all the way in. Next, before the control tower, they're going to turn left, and that becomes the actual location itself. So very useful. As you can see here, the street view is updated May 2015, and the hangar only started in, I guess, May 2016. So that is pretty cool. And just to show you that a click now allows us to show off the images. In this case, this is the location of the actual premises. I've uploaded our simulator inside view as well. My crew. This girl is just there to attract eyeballs, by the way. She's not actually one of us. And logo and so forth, right? Now, so the profile, by the way, that you have is this. And notice that it has a verified logo, and you obviously need to log in your Google account to get into the back end of it all. And what Google does, in case you're wondering, of course, that they give you some insights into the visitor views, because it has information on this. It tells you direct customers versus discovery. In other words, customers who find your listing for a category, product, or service. Shows you the searches on search versus maps. This is quite important because you don't really get much information on maps actually, and this Google My Business gives you visibility of the kind of traffic you're getting on maps. And I think it is fairly important that you start having a profile if you have a business, so that you can track all this information and give you a more 360 view of what's going on your website itself. So I guess I just click on a driving request, and it should tell me driving request if people do ask for that. So this is absolutely useful to me. You can now click on the other tabs. They have this, of course, they want to sell you something, and they're selling you AdWords. I would not use this if you ask me because it's too simplistic. You can see that I tried the whole flow and it's way too simplistic. I would not ever use this flow itself. If you want to promote your product or your client's product, please watch my Google AdWords video in World Internet Academy. That's far better, and my flow there is even much more useful. So don't ever use AdWords Express. It's really meant for beginners or dummies or whatever you call them. So you can edit information if you want by clicking on edit, and any component that you wish to change, you can go about doing so. At some point in time, you may want to update photographs, and they kind of separate the photographs based on categorization. And you may also want to channel your users to drop you a review, not only here. And just a point to note, based on my type of business, which is pretty much leisure, it also became clear to me that other than Google, the other channel I should have a presence on is actually TripAdvisor. And that's what I did. So you can see that I have a list, well, not here actually. So you can see you can see that where are we? Flight school, .sg. I want to show you my TripAdvisor page, which should show up here. Yep. Okay. So since we're talking about Google My Business, which is a free listing, the 5-star bonus I have for you today is if you have clients where they are retail, very likely you want to help them put together a TripAdvisor listing. It's free. And the interesting thing is that the ranking, of course, you want to choose the right categories to rank for, but the ranking is based on number of reviews and the average score of the reviews. So the truth is that it can actually be hacked. I had 4 of our customers provide a review, and we jumped from 90 something to 50 something, So I think it's a good hack to get onto page 1, which you will need, well, maybe if you get up to 50 reviews or so, you'll be on page 1, and definitely you will have traffic from from TripAdvisor. Sorry, did I say Page Advisor? I'm so biased. You will get traffic from TripAdvisor if you are on page 1, and to get to page 1, you do need a number of reviews, probably 50 to get into the top 10 or 20, which is not impossible if you think about this, right? This guy is on number 18 with 40 reviews, so not difficult to achieve, and can give you a real boost in your traffic. And that's what I'm saying. See, my friends, 360, take a 360 view of your business on the internet. Don't just be fixated on any one traffic channel. Now, if you want to know where I got this TripAdvisor idea from, well, simply I was just Googling keywords belonging to my competitors. For example, Flight Simulator Singapore, and looking at links. And it was clear to me that, hey, my competitor, who's a friend of mine, by the way, has a link from TripAdvisor. So I followed the link and realized that I could create a listing. If you understand where I'm coming from, you see that they also have a Facebook page. They've been around for a while, so they have a Facebook page. You want to replicate what they're doing as well, and Many of the other links here, by the way, potentially, like this one over here, right? Supermommiesdaddiesblog.com, blogger, isn't it? Well, if they were thrilled by this flight experience, perhaps I could approach them to get a link and invite them for a session on my flight simulator in exchange for a review. And that's how you acquire links as well. So old-fashioned, but absolutely works, because you are able to look at the results here and find out which of these pages is there going to be an opportunity. Like this one, weekendgowhere.sg, same thing. Maybe approach them, offer them a deal. Singapore Polytechnic, basic flight simulator systems, approach them and talk about collaboration with us, so that their students can get hands-on experience with our full motion flight simulator. So again, looking at it from a business angle, my friends, not just purely SEO necessarily. Now let me just spend some time answering your questions before we call it a night. Any issue if I register two businesses with the same physical address? My concern is that when someone is searching one of my businesses, the other business appears on maps instead and create confusion to the searcher. Well, there's actually no limitation on using similar address. There are times when you have different companies using the same address. It's not an issue. Verification is done on a per company basis. Next, if my niche market has multiple places for the service, do I need to apply Google Biz for multiple addresses? Well, Google has an answer for you for this. This is one of their FAQs. Go and read what their recommendation is. But yes, they do cater for instances where a company has multiple stores or multiple branches. Next, if I want to add my client's business onto Google My Business, do I need to use their Gmail? Or can I use my Gmail to help them put it up and then somehow channel the business to their Gmail account? Well, it depends on the role that you are playing itself. Okay, there could be different managers managing the pages on behalf of your client itself. So if you're the one managing it, then of course feel free to set it up. If not, you can always swap your emails in later on. So Google allows you to do all these things as well. Well, friends, we come to the end of this session. And again, I'm showing you Google My Business because I just use Google My Business to list my own little small flight sim business, and also gotten it into TripAdvisor along with the SEOs, of course. I also have a Facebook page. And to be honest with you, it has been really encouraging because just using these channels I just described, we have been able to find our first 20 customers. We're going to move on into our flight training phase. We really have about 7 to 10 customers that came through all these channels. So again, take a 360 view in terms of online digital marketing. Stay in touch with me because I have a lot of businesses that I'm going to be launching. Well, a lot will be an exaggeration. I have one or two more businesses that are going to be launching in the next 60 days, including a Shopify store. So I can share with you e-commerce strategies using Shopify. And all my businesses that I create, I have full funnels for them. So I use ClickFunnels, for example, to generate leads and then turn them into sales using emails and things like that. So a lot I want to share with you. So try to keep up with me. If not, then I will see you at the next online webinar, which will be next month. It may be a little bit delayed because I'm traveling to the US, as I mentioned in my Facebook page itself. So take care, and I'll talk to you again. Good night.